Thank you very much. It's a pleasure and honor for me to be here. Today I have decided to share my story, which I wrote in Washington Post in 2020. I decided to share this story because it's exactly the thing that happened to me and my feelings at the time when I faced difficulties. So I would like to read that to you and share it with you. Religious indoctrination starts early in Iran. When you are faced at school to learn the Quran, I was a dutiful student, praying hardly while wearing a loose, ugly school uniform, with my hair hidden under a big scarf. At age 8, I even won a prize for fasting. At 9, I was introduced by my father to the beautiful game of chess, beloved by ancient Persian poets. Chess requires logical and critical thinking, not facts. Slowly in my teens, I began to question why, if God is fair, is there so much pain and suffering in the world? Even if my face was fading, as a woman in Iran, I had no choice but to tolerate the hijab, the Islamic emblem of constant misogynistic oppression. I avoided looking at myself in mirrors. Wearing a headscarf covering was torment enough. When traveling abroad for chess tournaments, I admired the young women from other countries who wore nice clothes, their hair beautifully styled. I gradually began to spend more time in front of the mirror, trying to find ways within the confines of my fabric presence to appear normal. Whenever I went abroad, I would make small changes in my appearance, perhaps by showing more hair than previously. Even if I was careful to keep a portion of it uh, concealed. Eventually, I gained a degree of renown as an international chess arbiter, working at tournaments, working at tournaments around the world. I slowly became braver in loosening my hijab on those trips. In 2017, I was honored to be the first woman ever appointed General Secretary of the Sports Federation in Iran. But holding the position meant also constant harassment by Iranian Chess Federation officials about the hijab. The next year, I resigned in frustration. That didn't end the conflicts over the hijab. I continued to travel as an arbiter for International Chess Federation and was pleased to be chosen for the Women's World Chess Championship 2020. When I was packing to travel to Shanghai for the first leg of the championship last month, I included several colorful scarves, which was the most daring I could be within the confines of Iranian law. After the first round in Shanghai, I received a message from the Iranian Chess Federation asking me to send the good photographs from the competition. Basically, translation is that photo that I appeared in on foreign websites were not hijabi enough for the Federation to post on messaging app Telegram in Iran. The loose scarf I wore was actually quite acceptable by Iranian standards, but more is demanded of public figures. I was furious, like millions of Iranian women who hate the hijab. I said it was the best I could do. I resolved to wear a worse hijab the next day. suspecting that the officials would decide that the first round photo was good enough. I had no idea how this decision would change my life. As anticipated, the photo from the first day appeared belatedly on Telegram. I had no idea anything was amiss until the third round, when I went back to the hotel, turned on, turned on my smartphone, and was stunned to see that it was teeming with messages. Some people warning me, don't come back, they will arrest you. Others included screenshots of Iranian media alleging that I hadn't worn a hijab at all. The photo failed to convey that I didn't indeed wear one, albeit loosely, and worse, had committed the outrage on the anniversary of some protest, the date of which I was unaware. Publicly, the president of the Iranian Chess Federation said that my participation in the event had nothing to do with them. Privately, he sent messages telling me to write an open letter supporting the hijab. Meanwhile, my harmless photo from the first round was purged from Telegram, which in Iran is heavily monitored by the government. How could I write a letter proclaiming that I don't believe? Was it not was it not humiliation enough that I had to endure this scarf on my head every day? The pain was enormous, the tears endless. The next day, condemned already, I left the scarf behind and entered the world with determination and satisfaction. The Iranian media reported without evidence that I had applied for asylum. No country was named. I was still at the tournament with weeks to go and had a return ticket to Tehran. I wanted to go home, but now it was too dangerous. As I write to you, I'm in Britain, a lovely country where I have received much kindness and generous from the chess community. I don't know what the future holds. I have seen many words of support from the US embassies around the world. That is touching, but also ironic, given that most Iranians can no longer enter the United States. It is really against the law to be born Iranian. We are also humans, you know. So that was my article, which I wrote for Washington Post in 2020. I would like to mention that since then the law has changed. At the time that I wrote this article, no Iranian were allowed to travel to the United States. There was a general public ban, a travel ban based on nationality. But now things have changed, and this unfair law has changed. So now Iranian can travel to other countries as well. Thank you very much.